Good afternoon, everyone. I want to make a mini clutch bag. So this is the pattern we are going to be using for the bag. So for this is the front body, and this is the back, plus the cover of the bag and the flap. So this is how it's going to be. Let me fold this a bit. The measurements we are going to be using is 5 for the length, is move closer, 5 for the length and 7 for the width. You can see it's 5 by 7. So at this end I just gave it I use this cream cover to shape it. You can make yours 4 corner. I reduced half inch here, half inch, and I brought out the shape like this. So if you want, you can make. You can see this is what I removed here. This is it. So you can see. You can see just half inch this side, half inch this side. So if you like, you can leave yours 4 corner. But I decided to make this curve like this. So this is 5 by 7. So for this backboard, this is the back. You can see this how it's going to be, and this will cover it like this. You can see the shape of the bag. This is the shape of the bag here. So for this flap like this, okay, let's try and I'm coming up. For the back pattern, the total measurement I have here is 10.7 inch by 7 inch. So this is how I divide it. You can see I use 5 by 7. Same thing as the front. This is it. The same thing as the front. You can see it. Same thing as this front. So for this where the handle will lie on, I use 1 1/4. You can see it. 1 1/4. 1 1/4. 1 1/4. So the remaining one is 4 inch by 7. 4. So that will be the flap. So this is how the bag is going to stand. And see the back. This is it. This will be the shape of the bag. So if you think this place is too high for it, it comes down. You can try to shape it back. Oh. So this is it. So now I'll cut this two of this, one for the main back, one for the lining. And for this one, I'm using this DHL paper, same thing as expression paper. You can decide to use Marco, you can decide to use your carry board, but because the leather I'm going to use is a bit thick, so I decide to use this. So if your leather is very light, use Marco or carry board, but this is what I'll be using. So now I'll go now to cut the lining, the lining. But for the pattern for the lining, this is the one I'm going to use for the lining. You can see it's the same thing, but you will notice that this is a bit, you can see it, there's a little space here. I made it quarter inch shorter than the main body all round, so that it will lay flat. It will lay very well. It won't be the same thing as this when coupling it. So that's how I made it. You can see same thing, but this one is the main body. For the leather is a bit, it comes out a bit like quarter of an inch all round. Same thing for this. You can see it. You can see it because of when you want to couple it. So this is it. So the next thing now is I'll go now to cut the lining and the leather. Cut the lining and the leather. This is the main body. This is the leather we are going to be using for it. You can see when I cut it, you will let there be excess for folding all around, like 1 inch all around through. Same thing as the lining. You can see it. This is the lining. This is the main body. So I've cut it. So the next thing now is I will apply gum on this pattern. If you are using carry board, you apply gum on your carry board, and if you are using Marco, you apply gum on it. So now I'll go now to apply the gum. You can see, let me apply it on one for you to see. I'll apply gum on this on every of it, and you see, you apply the gum and let it dry a bit all around. And so this is how you apply gum on it all around, and you let it dry a bit. A bit dry, so this is how I'll attach it to the. See, so you smooth it with your hand. If you have this soft hammer, and you smooth it. So I've attached it. I've attached it to the fork. And see, this is the two lining, and this is the main bag, the leather. So this is it. So the next thing I will do now is to fold the folding. So here's the brush, just to fold it. So you can see I'm applying gum all around. All around the edge. So I've applied it. I want to do this for you. So you let it dry a bit. So you start rubbing. You can see. This is how you go with all around. You can see how I'm gumming it. You can see it. So I'm trying to it won't be too bulky there. So it won't be bulky. You see it. So this is how you try and do it all around. So this piece, this edge, so that it's so you can see it's coming out fine. So you try and do it gently. You see I left the edges before, so I'm coming back to the edges now because I want it to, you can trim off this ones that will make it to be bulky, so that it won't be bulky when sewing it. So that's how we are going to gum everything. So when you've gum it like this, you can see, so just use your see, just to beat it down. So this is how I will do for the others. You can see the shape is still there. See our leather. The shape is still there. So that's how it's going to be. So I'll go down to gum the other ones. I'll show you when I'm sure. I've gummed everything. And this is the back pattern. This is the lining, I mean. This is the bag. You can see it. See it like this. It's beautiful. And this is the front. So when I said you should reduce the lining, you can see, so that it will not be on the same line. You can see the lining. So this is how the lining is going to look like. after we've joined it. But before we join it, we're still going to work on it. So okay, so welcome back. So far so good. So this is what we've done. So the next thing I want to do now is this is the lining. We're going to attach our closure button. So we're going to be using this magnetic snap. You can see it. This is it. So we'll be using this on this like this on this. So what we're going to be doing is you fold into two, you get the center like this. When you get the center, so you just take this side of it and you place it. You come down by like ½ inch or 3/4 inch here. That's when you place your snap. So me, I'm using 3/4 inch. You just make an O with it like this. You see, I've made there. So I'm going to make the O and insert it. So you push it in. This is it. You see it's at the center. Just make sure it's at the center. So you take the washer and you push it. You put it inside like this. So you can just use your hammer to beat it down. So that's that for this. So you can see it. The next thing we want to do now is to cut our side. So to cut that, you come here, you measure round from this top. You measure round from this top. You can see it. I'm measuring round, and I have 16.5. 16.5. So you add 1 inch to it, you get 17.5. So this is the pattern I want to use. I measured 17.5. You can see it by 3 inches. 17.5 by 3 inches. This is the width. 3 inches. So as this now, you're going to cut leather and lining for it. This is the leather. So you can see the leather, I cut it by 4. You add SS all round for folding. So also the lining, you add SS all round for the lining. So now the first thing we're going to do now is to apply gum on this pattern. You apply. I will apply gum on this now, and I'll place it here. I'll fold it on this like this. So when I'm through, I'll show you. So now you see I've lined in the pattern. So the next thing is to place it on this leather. But before that, you cut one edge like this, just this edge. You cut it like this. You can see how I shape. You will not shape this though, just one edge. We are going to sew that later, so you can see it now. So I will go now to fold it. So I'll fold this side, this side, this side, but I will not fold this edge. I'll go and gum it now. I'll show you. You can see it. I've finished gumming it. This is it. So I left this place. I'm going to sew it. When you are gumming it, try and put it down with hammer. So this is it. So you have to prepare it down. So now to get the handle, and this is the handle that would, this is the back pattern, the small handle carrier. To get it here, this is the pattern we are going to use. I cut out 10 inches. You can see it, 10 inches by 1, 10 inches by 1. So I'll cut 2 of it. You can see I just shape this edge. You can decide to leave it straight, but just decide to shape this edge to give you this curvy shape. So you cut 2 of this and you cut leather. This is it. You're going to wrap it with this leather. I'm going to wrap the 2 now. I'm going to wrap it all through, all the 4 corners. So after, I will show you after wrapping it now. So this is the handle now. I've done it. You can see you just sew it together. You can't sew it together now. So this is how it's going to stand. This is how it's going to stand. So you know we've gotten the shape. This is where we're going to sew it. So now I'm going to attach it now and sew it here on the handle like this. I'm going to sew it. So when I'm sewing it, I'll show you.